Spider-Man No Way Home swings its way back into theaters this weekend, and today we're going to be talking about 8 Spider-Man themed Funko Pops that I think you guys should buy before they get more expensive. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for a heavily requested video. We do cover a lot of Marvel content here on the channel and try to connect it as best we can to several different Marvel Funko Pops that I like collecting for my collection, and I know a lot of people out there like to collect Marvel as well. And today we're going to be talking about 8 Marvel Funko Pops that I think you guys should buy now before they get more expensive. And we actually have some big Marvel news this weekend as Spider-Man No Way Home, the exciting third and final act of the first Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, is coming back to theaters for an extended cut, which I know some people are very excited to see all of this bonus footage that we are supposed to get. It was so cool seeing Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland all in the same movie, and I have no doubt that once again, Marvel will wow fans this weekend with their extended cut in the theaters. Now, getting to the Funko Pops that we're going to be discussing today, a lot of them are going to be in conjunction with the brand new Miles Morales animated movie that has been unfortunately delayed from the end of 2022 that is now going to be coming out in 2023. However, that's good news for us Funko Pop collectors because that just gives us more time to grab certain Funko Pops before the FOMO hits. So, without further ado, let's jump into the list. So guys, like I mentioned, a lot of these are going to be based off of characters and rumors as well as speculations surrounding the brand new Miles Morales sequel movie, which is going to be titled Across the Spider-Verse. The first animated film was Into the Spider-Verse, and if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, I heavily recommend that you guys do so, especially if you're a big Spider-Man fan like myself. So the main character in this film and the sequel film is once again going to be Miles Morales, and the first pop that I think you guys should go out and grab right now before you do anything else really is the original Miles Morales, because this one is a huge sleeper and I think a lot of people are not taking advantage of how cool this Funko Pop is for several reasons. So here it is right here. I actually have it in my collection. It is one of the very first Marvel Collector Core exclusives, and that's why it has this big ugly exclusive sticker on the front. But if you guys can't tell from first glance that it's actually Miles Morales based on his suit, I completely understand that, because on the front it doesn't just say Miles Morales in big letters, it actually says Spider-Man, and then in very tiny letters underneath, if you guys can see, that's where it says Miles Morales. So I think a lot of people walk right by this pop not even realizing that this is supposed to be Miles and not Peter Parker. This one is pretty old. It's coming in from 2015, and you guys are going to be shocked to hear what it's currently going for, as it's currently trending for only $15, which is basically retail for a Funko Pop here in 2022. However, $15 for a 7-year-old Funko Pop is basically unheard of, especially connected to such a popular character like Miles Morales and, of course, Spider-Man. So if you guys are a Miles Morales fan at all, I heavily think you guys should go grab this for your collection, especially considering the counterpart from this wave was the Secret Wars Jane Foster Thor. And if you guys have been following the Funko Pop community at all, then you guys know very well that she has risen pretty significantly from her $15 to $20 price point thanks to Natalie Portman appearing in the MCU. So that's why for number 1 on today's list, we had to go with the OG Miles Morales. So another character that was very prominent in the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, and thanks to the trailers that we've already gotten for the Across the Spider-Verse sequel, this character will be appearing once again, and I think it is definitely the best time right now to go out and grab one of her Funko Pops. The best pop, in my opinion, is the SpiderGwen Unmasked Pop, and I actually have it right here. It was a Walgreens exclusive from 2016, and although there are several SpiderGwen Funko Pops, in my personal opinion, I think this one is the best one. Now, currently she is trending for only $14, which is pretty shocking once again, considering she is 6 years old, so almost as old as the Miles Morales pop we just talked about a couple minutes ago. And if you guys have noticed, all of the other SpiderGwen pops have gone up in value. A lot of them are sitting in between $25 to $35. So currently, the unmasked one right here, she's sitting at only $14, and I think she's going to be rising very, very soon, even if we get another trailer, or especially next summer when the show comes out. So if you guys are a fan of SpiderGwen, know anything about her character, and need to get a pop of her in your collection, I think this is the best one. So the next pop that we're going to be talking about is a character that is rumored to be appearing in the Across the Spider-Verse animated film, and she's also rumored to be making an appearance in live action form in the Madam Web movie, and she only has one Funko Pop. So unlike Miles and unlike SpiderGwen, if you want to go out and grab one of those characters, you have several different pops to choose from. However, if you want to get SpiderWoman in your collection, you only have one option, and that is the NYCC exclusive that they dropped way back in 2018. So here she is, Jessica Drew, aka SpiderWoman. Now there are a couple other SpiderWoman pops, however, this is the only Jessica Drew version. And like I mentioned, she was a 2018 New York Comic-Con exclusive. She, for being a pop that is just of a character that's just not super popular yet, her pop was actually pretty tough to track down. And I think Pop Price Guide has the values a little off, because right now they're currently showing that the shared sticker is going for $46, while the con sticker is currently trending at $38. If you guys scour the internet really quickly, if you look around, there's pretty much no con sticker versions of Spider-Woman here for sale, and a lot of the shared sticker versions are already selling for about $50 to $60, and we're still a good 8 months away from the movie coming out next year. So if you guys want to get ahead of the curve and grab a character before this turns into a mega grail, because I think a lot of people are going to be using this pop to corner the market for hardcore Marvel and Spider-Man fans, then now is the time to start hunting down Spider-Woman, because if she makes a double appearance in the animated film and a live action appearance in the Madam Web movie, a lot of people are going to be kicking themselves wishing that they started hunting for this pop a lot sooner. So here we go, guys. That's why we had to get her on today's list. So coming in as the fourth Funko Pop that we're going to be talking about for today's video, it's a character that has been confirmed for the Across the Spider-Verse movie, as he was spotted in the trailer that dropped a few months ago, and I'm talking about SpiderMan 2099. Now this is a really, really cool character if you guys are familiar with him at all. He is of course from the year 2099, and he's known in the comics to travel through timelines and multiverses and stuff like that. And as a Funko Pop collector, yes, there are several versions of Spider-Man 2099, so you aren't limited to only grabbing the Walgreens exclusive here for your collection. They actually came out with one back in for Emerald City Comic-Con not too long ago, and they also came out with another version of Spider-Man 2099 for San Diego Comic-Con this past summer for 2022. In my opinion, though, I think this is the best version of Spider-Man 2099. It is a much basic mold. It's not really dynamic or anything. He just has his hands down at his sides. However, this wave of Funko Pops that we got was just truly killer. I mean, you guys can see back there, we have the black suit Spider-Man, Punisher, Venom, and then of course Spider-Man 2099. I also think that this one is vastly undervalued, as it's currently trending at only $35. This one came out 7 years ago in 2015, and once again, for a 7-year-old Funko Pop tied to a very popular franchise like Spider-Man, I'm just really shocked that this one is going for as little as it is. Could be due to the fact that we have other versions of Spider-Man 2099, but like I said, I think this one is the best version. He's going to be appearing in the film. The rumor is he could be some kind of antagonist before possibly teaming up with Miles and the gang, but who knows? Only time will tell when we get the movie. But if you guys have ever considered grabbing this one for your collection, I think now is the best time, because I could definitely see this one going up to about $40 or $50. So just like Spider-Man 2099, we have another character that is confirmed going to be in the Across the Spider-Verse movie, and that is the Scarlet Spider, aka Ben Reilly. And he, for those of you guys who don't know, he actually has his own Funko Pop, once again coming in from 2016, and is once again also a Walgreens exclusive. For whatever reason, Walgreens tends to get a lot of Spider-Man and Spider Family exclusives. Nonetheless, I think this is a very cool pop, and this one was going up in value over the last few months, but for the very brief time at the moment, it is coming down in price. So now is a perfect time to grab it, because we always like to buy pops when they're low, and then we don't have to shell out a lot of money when they're very expensive. He is currently trending for $55. He did hit a peak a little while ago of $65, but like I mentioned, he's coming down a little bit, so that's why I think it is a great time to grab him. With him being in the Across the Spider-Verse film, I definitely see this pop going up to $100. I really think that this pop is going to explode in value next year, just because Ben Reilly is actually a genetic clone of Peter Parker, and I think that there is potential for him possibly coming into the MCU down the road, and I think a lot of hardcore Marvel fans and comic book collectors are going to grab this one for their collection to go with some first appearance comics and stuff like that. So I really think this one is going to be a big grail, and I think it's one that you guys should not sleep on, especially if you're a hardcore Marvel collector. And once again, guys, just like Spider-Man 2099 and the Scarlet Spider, there is yet another Spider-Man variant that has been confirmed to be appearing in the Across the Spider-Verse film. And once again, he does have his own Funko Pop. Now, with this one, I don't see it being any kind of mega grail or anything. It's currently trending for only $15. Although I do see it going up, the max I really see it going up in price is maybe somewhere around $35 to $40. Nonetheless, I still think it is a very fun Spider-Man variant that a lot of you guys should go out and grab, because I think a lot of people just don't know about this one. And this is SpiderPunk, where you guys can actually see it's actually a Spider-Man variant where he is a punk rocker and he's holding a guitar. Really, really fun pop. It is a PX Previews exclusive. It came out back in 2019, and SpiderPunk will, yes, be making an appearance in the Across the Spider-Verse film. Like I said, I don't see this being any kind of mega grail or anything, but I do think it is a really fun variant. I actually have it usually displayed next to my Batman holding a guitar. Just, I think it's really cool, having the superhero as punk rockers kind of in a band. But if you guys didn't know about this pop, it is very reasonably priced. Like I said, trending at only $15. So it's pretty much a no-brainer if you just want to grab another fun Spider-Man pop to add to your collection. So now moving into the final two pops on my list today. Pay attention, because I think both of these pops are going to get very expensive very quick. And the next pop that we're going to talk about specifically has a lot to do with everything going on, not only in the Across the Spider-Verse film, but also with the MCU. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, after Across the Spider-Verse, we're going to be getting part 2 of this sequel, and that's going to be titled Beyond the Spider-Verse. And it's rumored that they're going to be using this animated film to bridge into the MCU. So a lot of these characters that we're seeing in animated form could be making their live action debut at some point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So these animated movies are very, very important. And the pop that I think you guys should all go out and grab, if you don't listen to any of my other recommendations for today's video, is this one. It is the Black Suit Spider-Man. This is once again a Walgreens exclusive. They made 2 variants. There's a glow-in-the-dark and a non-glow-in-the-dark. And weirdly enough, they both go for about the same price, anywhere from about $55 to $60. This one right here came out in 2015, as you guys can see here on the bottom. And for such a cool looking Funko Pop that does have a glow-in-the-dark version, I'm once again shocked that it's only trending for $55 to $60 for a 7-year-old Spider-Man Funko Pop. Now, the reason I think this one is going to be a mega grail is because they've already announced that we're going to be getting the 6th Avengers film, which is going to be Avengers Secret Wars, debuting in 2025. Now, I know 2025 is a long ways away, and why would you grab something on the fear that something's going to rise in price 2.5 years from now? I think that Tom Holland is going to continue being Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and at some point, either in Secret Wars or perhaps before the Secret Wars Avengers film, he will be donning this black Spidey suit. They did make another Spider-Man symbiote Funko Shop exclusive pop, and that thing is already a mega grail, and I have yet to see one sell for under $200. So if you guys want to get in on the ground floor here, or somewhat the mid-range level here, for an amazing pop that I think has the potential to reach Moon Knight status. If you guys were following the Funko Pop market with Moon Knight, we all saw the glow and non-glow versions of Mr. Knight absolutely skyrocket, and I think history is going to repeat itself with this pop as well as the non-glow black suit Spider-Man. So if you don't take any of my other recommendations, take this one, do some research. I personally love having this pop in my collection, and I truly see this one going up in value very soon. So the last and final pop that we're going to be discussing for today's video is actually not a Spider-Man pop. However, it is a big villain in the Spider-Man universe who is actually getting his very own movie for the first time in January of 2023, which surprisingly is not that far away. And this pop has already started to go up in value a little bit, so it's definitely a great time to grab it before it really takes off. And the character that I'm talking about is Craven the Hunter, and I feel like nobody is talking about this movie right now. Craven is getting his own movie in January, and it's going to be played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, who some of you may know actually played Quicksilver in Avengers Age of Ultron. I kind of wish they got an actor who had not played a Marvel character before, but for whatever reason, they selected Aaron Taylor Johnson for this role. Now, this movie is going to be set in the Sony universe, not in the MCU, but we all know with the multiverse and everything going on, they can pretty much bring anywhere, anyone from anywhere at this point in time. Craven only has one Funko Pop. It is a Walgreens exclusive that I have right here. A couple months ago, he was going for $8 to $10, and right now he is currently trending at $24. So obviously, a few people are paying attention to this character as it is starting to go up in value, and we have yet to even see a trailer for the Craven the Hunter movie yet. I think once a trailer drops, which could be in the very near future, and then when we finally see the film in January, if the movie does very well, this pop could very well be a huge grail, because some of these obscure movies, Funko doesn't make pops for. So it's not a guarantee that they're going to be making more Craven the Hunter Funko Pops. I'm very excited for this movie. Craven is a huge villain in the Spider-Man comic line, and at some point we could see Tom Holland's Spider-Man fight Craven the Hunter. Who knows what they're going to do in the future, but for right now, if you guys are looking for another great villain to add to your collection, I highly suggest going to grab Craven the Hunter before you're kicking yourself and it's too late. So guys, that's going to do it for the 8 Marvel Funko Pops that I think you guys should go buy right now before they get more expensive. And one of the things I wanted to mention today here on the video is that we do cover a lot of Marvel Cinematic Universe content. We try to keep up with all the movies and Disney Plus series shows that are coming out, but it's also very important to pay attention to all of the other Marvel projects happening outside of the MCU main timeline. And that is why for today's Monday Motivation, I think you guys should go out and watch some of these animated movies like Into the Spider-Verse. Now, I think as adults, when we see an animated movie or TV show, we automatically perceive it as something that's meant for kids. And for the most part, they do make a lot of animated movies and films that are meant for children and younger audiences. However, when you look at movies like Into the Spider-Verse and, for example, in the Star Wars universe, if you look at the Clone Wars and Rebels and all of that content, it is really meant for adults. They just use the animated style to put out that content because it is just too much of a heavy lift to actually get all those actors, and it's way more expensive to make something like that live action when you can just animate it and put it out a lot quicker. So that's why I think you guys should go out and watch Into the Spider-Verse if you haven't done so already. The graphics are amazing, the music was awesome, and the storyline was killer, and the character development was really awesome. So if you guys take away anything from this video. Hopefully you guys at some point go watch that movie, and then you'll be prepared for when Across the Spider-Verse comes out and then Beyond the Spider-Verse. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. It is Monday, so we will be back on the Whatnot app at 7 p.m. Eastern for our regularly scheduled weekly auction. If you guys want to know everything that's going up for sale tonight, we actually dropped a collection haul video yesterday, so you guys feel free to go check that out. We have a lot of great pops that will be up for sale tonight, including a lot of very cool Marvel ones, and we hope you guys can get some good deals for your collection. If you guys are new to Whatnot and haven't downloaded the app, we have a link down below in the description that can get you guys $10 off your very first purchase. So please take advantage of that. We want as many people in the community to get good deals on stuff they're looking for as quickly as possible. Guys, let me know down in the comment section below what you think of my 8 picks for everything going on in the Marvel world. And also let me know, are you going to see Spider-Man No Way Home again in the theaters this weekend? I'm very curious to hear everyone's thoughts. I don't think we'll be going, but I would love to see the movie again in the very near future. So that's going to do it for us. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you're a big Marvel fan and collector like myself. And as always, guys, don't stop shooting until you score. We'll see you all tonight.